You like tight pussy?
Everybody does. I don't think anyone likes loose pussy.
No, but you told me once that some pussies are just too tight.
Yeah, they're too tight. You can't even perform your best because... Have we started?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's what a tight pussy would say. Have we started? But then you'd be like, I'm finished.
No, that's
Where
what
were
a
you?
loose pussy would say.
Oh, yeah.
Have we started?
Mm.
Are you in yet? That's what a loose pussy would say.
Well, you'd asked me an interesting question. You said, does anyone like
you
loose
said,
pussy?
you told me some pussies are just too tight.
Yeah, you can't perform your best, which is unfortunate.
It's funny.
Like, you get in and then you're done.
I mean, you would think that as a man, you'd be happy to find pussy that makes you come in like 12 seconds. But sometimes it's actually not a pleasant experience. You're like, whoa, I came too fast. I had styles for days.
Like I had
been rehearsing.
It's like a wasted fantasy. You've been thinking about this girl, naive, like a whole folding chair or whatever, and then you come in 12 seconds.
I don't know if you guys ever
Formula One
ever tried like having sex with a lady who doesn't know sex.
Who does no sex?
Who doesn't
know sex.
Yeah.
I once had a terrible hand job. It was the worst thing I've ever experienced, man. It's like this woman was trying to give my dick a handshake. It's like,
bro, leave alone that.
It's just like,
leave alone that. There is annoying sex. Like you trying to open the legs, but
she's resisting.
Like amezikunja tu hapa, like
she's like, you're a man. Find your way. Maybe she likes a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, I once told some lady, man, just
stand up,
put on your clothes, just leave.
So
I don't think I'd be as graceful.
No, so the thing with the weird hand job, here's the weird thing.
I'd finish.
Here's the bad thing. Here's the bad thing about a weird hand job.
It's boring, man.
But here's the weird thing about a weird hand job, because look, someone is jerking you off, and you can actually look at her, and then there's a weird moment where you just look at each other. You're like, this is not working.
You should just like this, and then you're like this.
You give her tips. You're like, do this, and then you're just like.
Actually, I have a question for you guys. So you know, right? Especially as a man.
I know left as well.
Exactly. As a man, you know that there is a difference between ejaculation and orgasm. You can have an orgasm without ejaculating, and you can ejaculate without having an orgasm.
It's like a wet dream.
It's like a ruined orgasm.
It's horrible.
Yeah, exactly, right?
And on that note, this is episode 41. Welcome, one and all.
So wait. So I was reading this like really cool arcane Kama Sutra shit some time back.
People read Kama Sutra stuff. Did you know that?
I mean, wouldn't you like to?
It's like reading an instruction manual. Put her in a position where her feet are like 40 degrees from...
Hey, all I'm saying is...
Did it have pictures?
All I'm saying is if you go on YouTube and fucking recipe sites to learn how to cook, then you should put the same level of care and interest in increasing your skills and learning how to fuck. Otherwise, you're going to end up like the girls that Roba is talking about. They just don't even fucking know how to do the thing.
They're like, if you must fuck me. It's a must. It's not something you do for fun.
Yeah, exactly. So,
it's an obligation.
I was reading this book and it said that, like one of the ways to fix like premature ejaculation, because that's a huge problem for a lot of men, is first of all, learning to breathe. Your breathing technique is very important so that you don't come to shallow breaths are gonna make you come quick. Take deep breaths, as you do the thing that.
So take two breaths per stroke. So 1, 2.
Yeah. Don't be like.
This is the warm up to the Valentine's edition, by the way. We're giving you tips for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Valentine's Day.
So deep breaths, but also edging yourself. So people will know what edging is if they fap a lot, which I don't. But because for research purposes, I learned this shit.
Yeah.
Edging is like when you get yourself to the edge of an orgasm and then you pull yourself back right before it happens. So you can do it with your hands when you masturbate, but you can also do it when you're having sex.
Give yourself a helping hand. We're talking. Valentine's Day, some people are going to be alone. So we're talking about how some of the weird techniques people employ to jerk off. There's the dead hand technique, which
where
I learned from
your hand.
Yeah, you lay on your hands so that it becomes numb, so that when you jerk yourself off, it feels like another person's hand. Like people have effort out here. And then there's another one where you put nail polish. So that it looks like it's a woman's hand. Although I don't think that's convincing enough. That's not convincing enough.
I mean, I've seen guys in nail polish. I'm not saying anything. I'm not implying anything. But like what I was trying to say is, right, one is breathing. The other one is edging yourself. So when you're having sex, whenever you feel like you're about to come, I know a lot of guys know that there's this thing where you slow down, you know, breathe, you know, kiss her, show how much you love her. She thinks you love her, but really what you're trying to do is to stop.
Ask her about her day as you recover.
Yeah.
As you recover. So how was your day?
Yeah. But like, her day was full of hoeing. That's what she's saying.
Pili pili. That's so stupid.
So you do that, but now instead of like slowing down and stuff, I mean slowing down is fine. But you could actually pull out momentarily, you know, maybe even hold your dick, grip it real hard, and you will ejaculate without orgasming. And the thing about ejaculating without orgasming is that you can keep going.
So guys, what are your Valentine's Day masturbation plans? Let us know in the comments in detail, graphic
if you're single.
Yeah.
Anyway, the plan is to have a Valentine's episode next week. Right. So this is just like a warm up to it.
We're gonna invite some of you.
I know it's not the most romantic warm up, seeing as we have an Al Shabaab lookalike
setup. Yeah.
Like, what's romantic about?
Well,
fucking Al Shabaab, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even have a joke for that. So we're thinking of bringing like 6. We said 6 people, 3 men.
I don't know. That depends.
Whatever you identify as.
That depends on the capacity of where we're doing it.
Right.
We could bring more.
How many orifices?
But we wanted to just be like a thing where we do like the blind dating games, and then maybe shoot an episode on location and have guys like just listen to us. I think that would be really
I was thinking we could even give them like some instructions. Our boss was telling us we should have them wear an earpiece and then have them say outrageous things to see how their date reacts.
Where are we gonna get those earpieces?
That's way too much work. You're right, actually.
You need one for every single motherfucking person. And that's a lot of people.
Here's the thing: we could take some clips from our previous episodes and then have them comment on it. We see if their views agree, and then
their opinions about specific shorts. It could be like name all of our shorts.
It could be like an elimination round where the best answer, the best matching couple, gets to go on an actual date.
That makes sense.
We can take them to Sabina Joy as the prize.
No, the prize is
select your whore.
Okay, but that's actually an interesting idea. We could take them to a strip club. We could take them to Excess Millionaires.
As long as, we won't be able to record it, but they can tell you the experiences if you know them, I guess.
Or a strip club where we can.
Would you like to go to a strip club after dating people on a podcast? Well, let us know.
Both of you as a couple, the winning couple. Because there should be a winning couple. There should be like,
exactly,
and then you take them to a strip club and then they both get grinded on. It's kind of like a test. Like, are you really faithful? Do you really love her? Here are a bunch of hot women. Now let's see you make the decision.
Yeah, that sounds nice. We're also thinking of bringing a mystery character who comes to just throw a spanner in the works and fuck everything up. He'll have a nice voice. We'll tell him things like once we have the winning couple, we have this guy come in to try and steal or ruin the relationship, or a girl. It could be either. Let us know which of these ideas.
I don't know why I see that possibly blowing up.
it could go viral or blow up in a bad way.
No, blowing up in a bad way. Like
I mean, more drama, more
conflict and shit happening. Yeah. Everybody hates the guy.
But people online love drama, so it should be alright. We're playing right into it.
Anyway, in case the viewers haven't noticed, today we have Major JJ on
set.
Major
JJ.
Again.
He's going to tell us his prison story, part 2. It's like surviving Kamkunji. No, which prison was this, if you don't mind saying? Or which jail?
The Kisumu one.
Kisumu State.
Kodiaga.
So you know this guy is certified because if you're from Kisumu, then you know people are gangster over there.
Is Kodiaga anywhere near Kondele?
He was telling me about
because I've been to Kondele.
He was telling me about the prowess of people from Kisumu City when it comes to throwing stones. Like they're national level athletes when it comes to throwing stones.
Yeah, like it's a talent. Some.
Yo, but is that true though? Is that stereotype true? Like, imagine like it's a wild stereotype though if you think about it. Like, a specific tribe is really good at hurling projectiles.
Maybe it's something in their genes. The way they built their shoulder socket has more whip. It's just genetics because they come from the lake. They have more, I don't know, mercury in their blood. So
is it about the force though or the accuracy? Because I kind of feel like these guys can like fucking target you. Like you run around the corner and they throw a rock and it'll follow you around the corner and shit.
It's like John Wick. You're weak.
There's actually techniques to do that. You know that the techniques to like throw the techniques to throw projectiles around corners.
It's like a boomerang.
Exactly.
I can imagine a very low guy being like, I want to teach you the techniques today. So this is called the boomerang throw. When you see the riot police around the corner, you throw it with this angle. You see, at a very obtuse angle. And then I can imagine this. So there's people like that. Professional people have like,
good at this.
Well, thank you.
Different, the different type of stone throwers.
Different artists.
There's some with ropes.
Slings.
I like to call them Davids.
Yeah.
No,
David was from the tribe of...
the Davids. Oh, yeah, the Davids is the one
David must have been Luo.
Sorry. That was the rock hitting your headphones. But anyway.
David must have been Luo. When he flung that rock, he went, Makachit! And then
Goliath must have been kissy.
Because he's huge,
I don't know why, but it just looks like he must have
it sounds like a kissy named Goliath. Goliath. But I heard kissy women are very nice. You know, we have some kissis around our
They're actually beautiful as fuck. Have you seen kissy women?
Kissy woman.
Kissy women are beautiful as fuck. That's the thing. Like, for a tribe that gets shat on so much, they have some really beautiful women.
I'm not tribal, I'll say. Curvy women.
Even the men are actually pretty... they're not all like...
Made for comfort.
Major JJ likes to say there's women who are built for speed and then some who are built for comfort.
Built for speed.
Which one are you and which one would you like to be?
What's the difference?
The built for speed, the slim thing, you know? Portable. You can carry and
like fucking do all the crazy
1 GB
sex positions.
But made for comfort.
It's like curvy.
It's like a Harley Davidson.
You're moving comfortably.
Yeah. Slow.
There's some shock absorption. Even on the rough road, there's some shock absorption. You get what I'm saying? There's some recoil.
Okay. Here's a controversial question, right? Some women are built for speed. Some are built for comfort.
Yeah.
What if, as a man, you're like both? Isn't it then infeasible that you can be faithful to one woman? Because
here's the thing.
You want different things.
Here's the thing.
Sometimes you want speed.
The problem with that is you end up with a pro box. Because pro boxers go fast and they're very comfortable. So that's what you end up with. You either get
what is the female version of a pro box?
I don't want to give names or something, but
you don't want to name names. But
who was that chick? Her name was Ngesh. I think she would be a pro box.
Oh, the rapper one.
Yeah, Nyandaro one.
Oh my god,
something like that.
That is nasty.
What is nasty? Her name or
everything?
Box, yeah.
Everything, man.
So you see, you don't want both. You want the best of one world, the best or nothing. Either it's built for speed.
But it's still some kind of trade-off at the end of the day. You know, whether you're finding someone that's built for speed or built for.
It sounds like we're objectifying women.
I think they objectify us too. I think it's pretty, it's all fair in love and war. Women objectify us as
sex.
well. To women, we're nothing but glorified
wallets.
ATMs,
yeah.
And one thing people don't realize about the whole concept of like patriarchy and leadership is that they don't understand that anytime a woman is submissive to you and therefore you are the leader, there is more pressure on you to perform than on her. The pressure is always on the leader to perform, because guess what? You fuck up a little bit, your followers are going to be like, you're not a competent leader, you get? Yeah. So, if a woman is submissive to you, I mean, to every man it feels great. It's like, oh my God, she'll do whatever the fuck I say. And, good for you. But that means you have to feed her, you have to take care of her emotional needs, you have to take care of her sexual needs. And at the same time, you have to consistently show up and prove that you're better than every other motherfucking male in the vicinity because she's high.
I don't think Major JJ believes in that though. Like, you don't believe in simping. No simping.
It's not so much simping as it is...
Like, no competing for one woman.
It's sort of like the Sword of Damocles. Have you ever heard of the story of the Sword of Damocles? So it's like a Greek legend or something, right? So like we have Damocles, the king, emperor, whatever the fuck. The details don't matter. But it's the king, and then some nigga comes up to me and is like, "Oh my God, I love your life as a king. Like, you must be having it perfect, right?" And then this guy's like, would you like to come sit on my throne and get a feel of it? And
wait, that sounds a bit gay.
No, but listen to it,
okay,
right?
Okay.
It's like, would you like to come sit on my throne to get what it feels like to be a king? And
he's not on top of it while the guy is...
Yeah, no, sit on my throne.
Okay, I thought there was both of them.
Well, what do you think my throne meant? When I said sit on my throne.
No, I just thought he meant like, I'm on the throne, come sit on top of me while I'm on the throne.
Why would I be a throne?
it's like Santa Claus. Come sit on my lap.
Come sit on my throne.
Little boy.
Yeah, but like he was like, come sit on my throne, the actual chair that the king sits on, right?
Yeah, thank you for the clarification.
Not the king himself. And basically the guy's like, yeah, sure, I'd love it. And then the king instructs his people to put this guy on the seat and then have a really long and sharp sword hanging from the ceiling by a very thin thread right above his head. So if the thread snaps, now, yeah, exactly. Now,
to the head.
Exactly. So this guy gets so nervous because like every fucking minute is like that sword could easily snap and drive right through my skull. After he's like, he begs to be released, and then after he's like, why would you put me through that ordeal? And it's like, because that's the life of a king. Constantly, it feels like you're powerful, but constantly you're always facing the danger of people trying to take that shit away from you, people trying to undermine you, people trying to be disobedient, everything. And that kind of gives you the sense of the challenges that come with being a leader, because people think it's like such a glamorous position, but no, you are under pressure because your followers are expecting shit from you. So be careful what you wish for when you wish for a submissive woman, is all I'm saying.
But Major, did you like submissive women? If you're a major, you have to like minor. No, that sounds a bit wrong. Minors, no minors allowed. No under 18.
Oh, so no one like mining like gold at Kariandusi or whatever the fuck they mine.
There's a place called Kariandusi.
I don't think they mine gold at Kariandusi.
Sounds like the Luya word for vagina. It's like
I think it's like chokos.
Unataka Kariandusi yang?
I think they mine like I think they mine like sawdust.
It's like nilijua unataka tu kitumbua changu.
No, listen to this.
Remember that?
This is
How do they call it? They call it Ikus or
Ikus. Wasn't there a football player called Ikus? Oh no, it was actually Ika Casillas or something like that.
Yeah, Casillas. I remember him, the goalkeeper. But then for me, what I find really funny is like how many different names there are for like fucking genitalia.
It's weird.
Anyways, Yaps, Kuma,
Kumamoto,
Pudeng,
Pudani, Pongi. And they all sound nasty.
How do you say pussy in your
like
in your
call
slang?
it something nice like le pussy or something like really fancy and shit. I don't know.
Even pussy sounds wrong. Like why is it a cat?
Pussy. No, it's not a cat.
That would be the best.
Where did that word come from?
That would be the best way to get evicted from a woman's bedroom. If you like get her naked and everything turned on, and then you just go.
She might actually like it. I can already think of a few women I know that would like that.
Well, you know some very strange women. But anyways, I was asking, do you like submissive women?
Yeah, I do.
Why is that?
I won't explain into details, but I'll say there is something like you just get the term submissive. Get the term like she's willing to give anything.
She submits. Give up that ass.
That's my point. My point is, it puts you under pressure because submissive means she also depends on you for anything and everything. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that means that you have a greater burden to not fail than she does. You see, if a woman is submissive to you and she forgets to wash the dishes one day, it's a minor infraction. You'll be like, hey, whatever the fuck. Or she cooks late. But as a man, with a woman submissive to you, if you fail to pay the rent this month or you don't give her money,
she's gonna go submit to someone else.
Exactly. So you are under more pressure. Not to mention,
she's gonna submit her resignation.
Now that she's submissive to you, remember that women are hypergamous and they're always scanning, right? So you have to compete against all these other eligible males, fucking storming her DMs and shit, and prove that you're a bigger man, bigger dick than each and every one of them.
And a bigger kitambi.
So, but does she have to compete with all the women in your life?
Yes, the woman with nyash. Like, you kind of like, okay, there is some way, but I get what you're saying and I agree with it. 90% with it. But 10% is, you don't really have to do that. It's psychological because there's so many women who, like you said, they're hypergamous, so they always want the best mate. So there's more women looking for that 20% of men than there is men looking for that same percentage of women. So you'll find that all men are horny most of the times, so they'll flock to whichever girl. Anything that moves and wears a skirt. You could even dress a chicken in a skirt,
or a man.
Or no, that's different. Because once the skirt comes off, you don't want to see what's under.
I mean, what's different between that and the chicken? Once the skirt comes off, you see it's a chicken.
It doesn't have a beard.
Also, that's the criteria. Yeah. And anything that doesn't have a beard, in which case I can fuck a pig too.
If it's female, it's like put your sausage in the sausage. But what was I gonna say?
Your sausage.
I've become Kikuyu.
Put your shosh.
But what was I saying?
Put your shosh in the oven.
Listen, I'm high, so I'm gonna lose this point. Okay, I'm warning you. I'll lose it. I'll lose the point.
I'm sorry, shosh.
All right.
Okay.
So I was saying, like, you don't have to do all of that to impress a woman. If she wants to go, she would go, right? Major JJ is very high as well. That's why we're all laughing.
Major JJ, have you ever been heartbroken?
That was random.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. At some point.
Do you mind telling the story? What happened?
Not once, not twice. So I don't know which one to say.
I mean, tell me the one
the
that
greatest
was
hits.
most memorable. Yeah, your greatest hits. We all have greatest hits.
The one that's
the one
like
where you think about if you see this girl.
I felt like killing someone like when I went abroad. I left my woman back there.
In Kenya.
Think she scammed me.
Oh,
I think I can say that
you left her abroad. Or
I think that is the time I can say I was scammed because she played along for almost 4 months, playing that she's pregnant.
Wow.
That old trick.
So
the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, I used to.
Which book is this?
I used to send like I think there is someone who coaches these ladies out to do
Satan.
Because they can.
Sounds like a really nice consulting opportunity. I coach you on how to scam your boyfriend or ex.
I mean, there's a guy who was killed in Mirema who was using women for that same purpose. He was just like, as long as it's a woman, you buy anything. Like, have you ever been to a rugby game? They sell you these beers with some through some very nice looking sexy woman in booty shorts. Booty shorts.
I know.
You don't even have to drink. You might just buy it. Just like I like the way the
you might not. You might even be a teetotaler.
Exactly, but you'll still buy it because the woman is selling it to you. Yeah. Women are very.
Now you have a bunch of beer that you
power
don't
of
need.
Pussy.
Yeah. Oh wait, so did you leave her abroad or in Kenya?
Sorry.
You said you left her.
I left her in Kenya and went abroad. I used to send a lot of money.
So she was supposedly pregnant when you were leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
And she would ask for money for her pregnancy, right? To support the pregnancy.
Like
that bitch.
Pay rent and all that.
We're coming from
trifling bitch.
No, I revenged already. It's all done.
Yeah. What did you do? Oh my god, that sounds fucking ominous. I revenged already. It's already done. What the fuck did you do?
This is a nice way to preview Valentine.
Okay.
What did you do?
I don't want to say it, man.
Oh my god, that sounds even worse.
Yeah, she's gone.
He doesn't want to say it.
I'm joking. I'm joking. It's just for the shorts.
These are sensitive times.
Yeah,
anything even, hinting at femicide, which is like
fuck that. No. Rewind and come again, selector. Okay, so tell us the story. First of all, let's go back to the betrayal. It hasn't even happened yet.
So I used to send money and all that. Even my mom knew the girl, and at times I haven't received my salary and she wants something. I'll tell her, just call my mom, tell her to give me.
Wow.
I'll sort. So a day after we did a video call, we used to do video calls, and I could see like
her boobs.
The bump.
Sorry.
No, the baby bump.
Yeah. So
you had to go there, didn't you? Yeah?
Did you see her?
So the
stomach, or
no,
were you seeing through the fabric?
I did not have that in mind because I trusted her for long.
You can actually start to see things. Yeah. You can actually start to see things because you might see the shirt is just like this, but because you trust her, you assume, exactly. You don't even think about it.
So after
that sounds like something you should tell someone who's wondering whether they should date a girl with a small ass. And you'll be like, you'll start to see things. There's a time that'll come and you'll look at her ass and be like, it actually doesn't look that small. And you'll get used to it.
So after some time, a friend is calling me, like we used to stay together back then before I left. Like, hey, man, I saw your girl, man. But you said she has belly. No belly there, man. Like, she's not pregnant. I saw her. So okay, then in the evening, I'm going after work. I'm going to chat her like, hey, hi, you saw my friend. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, yeah, but I like, she was just behaving abnormal. Like something was just fishy. So I told her like,
and it wasn't the coochie.
I went straight to the point. No need to explain. I know it all. I know it all. But beware when I come back there. Make the calculation. You have the M-Pesa statement.
So you got her to pay you back?
Yeah.
How much?
I think maybe 200K. Not sure.
It's about $1,200 in today's economy.
Yeah.
That's How did you get her to pay you back $200?
I just went to her place and...
You tickled her?
No, I found the dad.
Are you gonna pay me? I'm gonna pay you. Daddy, I'm gonna pay you. Please stop, Daddy.
I hate it when you do that.
No, okay.
You know I hate it. Oh my God, I'm gonna squirt.
And then she said, take the money, take it.
No, like I used theatrics. I used theatrics.
Theatrics. He used smoke screens. Fucking.
It sounds like a software.
Yeah, like I blackmailed them. I blackmailed them in a way.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I blackmailed them that I'm gonna make a lawsuit.
Wow.
And claim that she scammed me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now the father is someone working with the government agencies and like he did not like to be brought out.
He didn't want his name to be ruined.
Yeah. So we negotiated and they gave me, I think they gave me...
his nudes would be...
They gave me 130K.
So you were less...
Yeah, because like, okay, we did it funnily because I have a friend who like, appearance, he
looks like a police officer.
He assembles a lawyer, something like that. So he's coming with the envelopes like, hey, now this is my client. You know, something like that. It's like drama. Mm-hmm. One thing I've realized. One thing I've realized with the scamming or anything like that, it's really all about appearances. With appearances, you can do anything. How do you trust a policeman to stop you just because he's wearing a uniform? Really, it's all about appearances. How do you trust that banker because they look like a banker, right? And
have you ever watched this series called Burn Notice?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
Oh my God, it's a beautiful series. So it's like about a former CIA agent that gets burned. Apparently, that's a thing. Like, it's a,
wait. It reminds me of another one. Did you watch the one where it was in Kisumu and then they were like, it was all about people trying to decide if they should perform mob justice on this guy. You know what it was called? It's called Burn Otis. Like Burn Otis.
So as I was saying,
I had you there. You thought it was a real movie.
What the fuck? Anyway, as I was saying, so like,
Burn Otis.
That should be a short. Anyway, as I was saying, so like in Burners, like he's a former CIA agent, and like they get burned, like you know, like when you get blacklisted by agencies and shit. But this guy was like a master actor. Like one of the reasons why I love this is because he can act like anything. You know, I don't know, fucking rich oil tycoon from Texas. Fucking.
Why not from I don't know, some Kalenjin place?
Do we have oil tycoons?
We do have them. You know that thing where they say we do have.
We do.
They're
here.
Anyways, yeah.
In fact, one is president.
Let's not go.
What are you going to do about that?
Let's not go there before we get taxed.
This is a very taxing situation that we're in as a country. But like, what I'm saying is that like this guy could act like as anything, and he was so fucking convincing. And you realize that a lot of your life is just like putting on different masks. Because you're going for a sales negotiation, you're trying to sell something.
You're talking to that hot chick.
The kind of guy who has nothing to lose. You know?
You're talking to that hot chick.
You're talking to the hot chick.
You have to act like you have $1 million.
You're at a job interview. Everywhere you need to be an actor. Literally.
Even with the police when they stop you for alcohol blow.
Yeah, and then you're like, why do you stop me like a rat on the highway?
I've been driving for over 20 years.
That motherfucker was acting. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I would love to have him on the show. What was his name? Tell us his name in the comments and then we'll try and find him and get him on an interview. Because I have t-shirts made for Stop Wasting Good Time. Because that is my good time. I literally have t-shirts. We could probably have some made for the show.
Anyway, you said, you know, all of this is
the
about
betrayal.
That's how you got the 130K. You have a guy who's a lawyer and he's really good at...
He's a fake lawyer.
Brian Wender.
Yeah.
Something like that. He understands law and all that. Like he tried to study law,
but he failed.
So when you got your 130,
it took time. Actually, it took time.
How long?
I think 1.5 months.
That's quite a long time.
Yeah. Before they bought my story, like they gave into the story. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ramsey, you almost fell for something like that, didn't you? Not really almost fell, but you were being attacked by some guy who we thought was a friend of the show.
I was actually telling, I think I was telling my Uber driver story on the way here. It's like, so basically, this guy, and it's crazy because I always tell you about this. It's like, have you ever had a friend where like you don't even remember how you two met?
Just snuck their way into your life.
Exactly. Like, where the fuck did we meet?
Right.
Did we meet at a football game? Because I play football a lot. Did we meet in a club or fucking?
You probably didn't even know him now that I think about it. Maybe he just he figured this guy won't remember, so let me just tell him.
The type of scammers who they know how to profile people who doing good in life. Yeah, so those are the targets.
So this guy gets friendly. He's always like, "Hey, yo, what are you doing on Friday?" I'm like, "I'm busy."
And he was always eager to show up for the podcast, wasn't he?
He was always eager to meet up for whatever the fuck. Podcast, let's go clubbing.
Threesome.
The fuck?
Hopefully not.
I don't know. I mean,
if it's male, female. If it's female, male. But then in that case, he's not involved. If I am. But all I'm saying is like I usually blew him off because like I don't even know this guy. Like I even used to get details about him wrong. At some point I was like, hey, weren't we in the same schools? Like, no, I wasn't in the same fucking school as you. I was like in this other
He was
school.
playing with your mind. Maybe he told you that.
He always named like some really posh international
and he had
school.
different names, didn't he?
I think he used to say he was in Brookhouse. So like the day of the podcast, I finally, I go like, hey, I have a podcast recording. Let's meet up. So he comes.
What made you decide to finally give him a chance?
I think he just bugged me too much.
And you're like, why not?
But made you comfortable.
Yeah, and by the time he was calling,
what if he was sending this same messages that he was sending to Ramsey to different people he had profiled within that social circle?
It's not a
like,
what if. He probably was kind of situation.
It's like same message. Let's hang out, and then he finds a target.
So what happened is he came right. First red flag, which maybe JJ will know because he was there also during that episode as a guest.
Yeah.
Is that suddenly his mood changes and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? And so he says his phone is broken. Like he dropped it on the floor and the screen just fucking crashed out of nowhere or whatever.
One thing about a scammer, they always know how to drag attention. So he's a good attention seeker. So
yeah. Now that same night after the recording, we went out, right? So remember, this guy's phone is just like fucking completely fucked, which I haven't seen, by the way, because like
nobody saw the phone.
All of us were asking, "Can we see how badly damaged?" Like, no, I don't want you to see. It's just it looks terrible.
It will horrify you.
It's like he's taking care of you. It's like he cares about you.
I don't want you to see this.
I never heard that part. I never heard that part. But if I heard that part, I would.
You'd have laughed.
Until he'll feel ashamed. Like, you'll show him that, man.
Like, oh my God, the laughter is too much. I die in shame. Please, stop. Your laughter skates me. It burns me. Like the fire in Embakasi. No, too soon. So,
hey, were you guys at the fire in Embakasi last night? How's your butt doing? Like, did you get burned? We're saying it would be horrible if you were in the fire in Embakasi and then you were a burn victim, but it was only your butt.
Okay, first of all.
And Ramsey was like, it was a dark-skinned girl.
First things first. Our heart goes out to all the victims of the fire in Embakasi.
That sounded so fake, though.
My heart does, though. My heart does.
It's gonna come back.
Now let's
get
back.
On for a minute.
Let's get back to the joke
all
now.
Right. So Ramsey was like, it would be better for a dark-skinned girl because she was more light-skinned. I was like, no, she would look like a baboon because you have this black and all of a sudden it's red. And Ramsey was saying, imagine living with a burnt ass as a woman. Like it would be a horror show. Every time someone asked for a doggy style, you'd be like, oh.
Every time you have to undress, like in clothes, you're like, oh my God, she's so fucking hot. And it's like, no, I don't want to have sex before
so
marriage.
What happens?
And you're like, I'm going to save myself for this one. I'll wait till marriage. And then, you go sign the shit. And then,
you find that you
like
married a baboon.
Wedding night. And then Okay, are you ready?
Imagine
I'm ready. Show it already.
Yeah, imagine you spanking a girl and then the ass is red. Like,
oh shit! It looks like raw meat.
I don't think I would. That's the thing. Like every time with such a woman, every time it would feel like you're hurting her. Like you're going too far. It's like I wouldn't even spank her. I'm like, like even fucking is like, am I going too deep? I don't know.
It feels like eating raw meat. It's nasty, isn't it?
Anyway, I was telling you the story, right?
Yeah. We went out.
Yeah. So we went out, and because his phone is broken, I had to foot his bill for the drinks. So you remember I was telling you the phone being broken was a red flag. Now, it just so happened that when we were coming back in the morning, we got into an accident, right? He was seated in the back, I was seated in the front, and an unnamed party was seated shotgun. Now, what happened is, later on he complained.
An unnamed panty.
An unnamed panty.
Compared to the other ones that say cowboy, those are clearly named. Imagine you get a Tinder. No, listen. Imagine you get a Tinder hookup. This girl is hot, and you get home and you find she's wearing cowboy underwear. That would be like the worst.
That's a named panty. I don't do named panties.
Anyways, let's go back to the story. We are drunk and high.
So he was back, fucking left. Ni mimi hapo back left. Paparazzi. Anyway.
Wanafanya ngumu kufanya usherati. Nilikuwa na kunywa na hiyo koloni ya Versace.
No other situation were those lyrics as relevant as yeah, I wanted to do things to that panty, but he wasn't allowing it.
That unnamed panty. Panty.
Anyway, so we're getting to the accident, right? Surprisingly, me and the unnamed panty are perfectly fine.
That's how we call it.
The unnamed panty wasn't even wearing its seatbelt.
Was she wearing panties?
The unnamed panty was sleeping on my fucking lap while I was driving. And we get into the accident. The unnamed panty literally gets fucking pushed forward, doesn't get hurt as much, but somehow our best friend dislocates his fucking shoulder. Now I want to ask you a question. When you dislocate your shoulder,
it's instant pain.
What's the experience like? It's instant pain.
I do experience that. I know it's so like you getting out.
What the fuck do you mean you do experience? Did you is it like awful?
He had an injury.
Yeah, it happens.
Like, you've dislocated your shoulder before. Oh my god.
A couple of times.
Oh my god.
It happens.
Your life sounds exciting.
No.
Maybe he was fisting someone violently.
Oh fuck! No. Okay, call the doctor.
First, I have to clean it though.
Man, like if it's true, you might think someone is exaggerating, but like you getting out a shot of breath and you sweating too much, and there's something you can't feel all this hard. Like
you can't even think.
You can't function.
It's pain, and you need it to stop. That's why when you have a dislocated shoulder, it's important that as soon as possible someone sets it right. Yeah. Before you do anything else.
Okay, you don't need to set it forcefully. It's something I can set it by my own, but like not like violently. You have to try to
gently.
Yeah, like you have to try to find a position.
It out of the hands of death.
And it happens easy. When it happens, you need to lie down straight and balance your body. Then try to.
Yeah.
This should be a short for how to react if you dislocate your shoulder. Fisting someone.
What happens? When it happens, you panic because of the pain, and it comes in a shock.
You're not just relaxed.
Yeah, you panic. So when you panic and you getting short of breath and you're sweating like
So it's
a weird feeling.
This guy was supposedly had a dislocated shoulder. We crashed. We got out. I had to deal with some people over there as we waited for police officer. I gave him my bag. I gave him my bag, and he put my bag on. He's like, let me carry this.
On his broken shoulder. And then he's like Jesus.
Intermittently, we'd just be standing like the three of us. And then he'd be like, oh my god, my shoulder hurts. Like, wait, did it just start?
He's like the worst actor ever.
I think I dislocated my shoulder. It's like, you didn't dislocate
When you dislocate your shoulder, you don't think, you know.
It happens.
You're gonna know if you dislocate your shoulder.
Okay, like it happens in a way that you can't even explain what is happening.
Ignore it. Exactly.
Like it strikes you very fast. Like you shocked, and you'll concentrate on the pain before telling someone like my heart.
You don't know the craziest part? This accident happened at like I don't know, like exactly, wee hours of the morning, right?
When people go to we
went to the petrol station, the police station, which might also be a petrol station, depending on what kind of business setup you have as a police station.
You also sell M-Pesa services.
Or, you impound petrol trucks for some weird reason and then siphon their shit out. But, like, the police station, we left that place at, like, fucking midday. So, supposedly, this guy fucking bore the pain of a dislocated shoulder for 6 hours. Perfectly fine.
Went to sleep.
I could count on the fingers of one hand
went
how
to
many
sleep.
times it
listen.
fuck.
Listen, he went to sleep, showered the next day with his broken shoulder. Had breakfast. Or whatever the hell he does. Maybe even jerked off.
Yeah.
And then came and it was like, oh shit.
It can't take that long.
Maybe there's a delayed reaction.
Maybe 5-10 minutes like this.
Right.
Yeah. Depending.
Now the next thing is, so he tells me, hey, so like, after like noon, he tells me, hey, I went to a hospital, I got it set, on my own medical insurance or like my parents or whatever the fuck. And then on Monday, he tells me, hey, apparently I went for a checkup at the doctor's and told me I have actually, fractures in my clavicle. And then he names a bunch of other, like, fancy bone names. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Medulla.
And then he's like, and my mother found out, I've been trying to keep this from her, but my mother found out I was in an accident.
What does he mean he's been trying to keep? How hard is it to keep your shoulder away from your mother? What do you do with your mom all day? For her to notice, oh my God, your shoulder is broken.
Supposedly he lives with his
what
uncle,
position
not
was
his
this?
mother, which is another weird red flag, because why aren't you living with your mother?
Maybe his uncle is his mother. She's like a seahorse.
She's both sexes.
And the mother had disappearing messages.
It's a nice intellectual joke right there.
The mother had disappearing messages.
The mother it's like, my mother's going to, and then this supposedly mother's like, hi, I'm this guy's mother. And it's like, my son is a handsome, charming boy. And he doesn't get into. I'm like, what the fuck does him being charming have to do with him getting in an accident in the first place? There might be some people
whose mothers in the audience have disappearing messages. If your mother has disappearing messages...
No one's mother has disappearing messages.
If your mother has disappearing messages, your dad is probably not your real father. She's a hoe.
I know.
She's a hoe.
Like, unless your mother is a fucking millennial, at least no one's mother has disappearing messages. A hoe. This one does. So now... if I have to take information for the purposes of insurance, I have to keep fucking screenshotting our chat every time she texts me.
You should have tried to hit on her like a MILF. Like, yeah, I broke your son's shoulder, but can I break your back?
Eventually, it goes, like some random number calls me like, hi, I'm the lawyer and stuff. Like you were saying your friend was pretending to be a lawyer. This guy sounds so fucking convincing and shit. I know he's not a lawyer. And then, so eventually I tell them, on the advice of my insurer that, hey, just handle it with my insurance's legal department. If you want to file a suit, you can, because they're gonna like handle all of this. And when they realize that I'm not like giving in, because she wanted me to compensate or pay for her son's surgery or whatever the fuck.
Her son.
I refused. I said, like, let my insurance handle it. Then they stopped talking to me. I'm like, if you guys were fucking serious about this, why aren't you following up now? Because it's been fucking 2 months since I last spoke to you and you're not following up.
I think he's just a very amateur. He's an amateur scammer. He didn't have the follow.
I don't think he's that amateur. If this guy's theory is correct about how scammers like profile you and take time, this guy motherfucker has been in my life for like fucking 2 years. Before that,
let's say you got twice. He got twice. Okulala class.
Yeah, but like that was an almost situation. It's like it's amazing. I was actually talking to my Uber driver.
Like that. He has a very good strategy of scamming people. Like that's a well calculated.
He looks
strategy.
If it wasn't a car accident, it would have been something else. He looks for opportunities. He just chills around you for waiting for that chance to do something like that.
And then he waits for like a fucking freak accident.
Imagine you might be chilling with your friend, like maybe having a beer, and that guy is brainstorming on how he's gonna scam you. It's crazy. Just chilling.
What's the cleverest or most fascinating scam that you have ever carried out, or that someone you know has ever carried out, or that you've heard of?
Like the cleverest.
Yeah, the one that made you go like, what?
The one that inspired
That was good stuff.
You're like, oh my
God. That's
God.
a clever scammer.
The plot. The execution.
The Facebook scam.
Which one is that?
We call it online love scam.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think, which year was it booming? 2014, 2015, 2016.
When aunties were discovering Facebook, you get a friend request from your aunt, like, leave me alone, but I don't want to have sex with you.
The days we will charge to open your Facebook account. Like, we'll tell you it's 5K.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Dark days, those days.
Okay, so, 5K.
To open that shit account.
This type of scam happens until today. There are a bunch of ladies who they dream to have
a white
mom, like boyfriend from
that's so self-racist, but
it's like Uncle Ruckus.
How do we call it? Scam is to punish lazy people, greedy people.
It punishes the 7 deadly sins.
It's the force of nature.
Greed,
lust.
Yeah, it's a force
laziness.
Of nature.
Yeah. So these ladies, it was this way. I'll just wake up in the morning, log into my Facebook account, try to find a profile now this is impersonation. Yeah, we're getting a profile of someone who posts everything of his life in his profile. So we'll take all the pics. So anytime this person posts, I post. Anytime the same thing.
So you create
posting,
a separate account that posts parallel.
That's clever because you don't have to create it from yourself. You just copy.
Yeah,
it's clever.
So like it's just an impersonation. You impersonate everything about this person. So you start finding ladies. You friend request ladies from
DM.
Kenya. But before you friend request, at least check the profile.
Did you DM?
The type of pics she posts.
What were you looking for? You're looking for the Kenyeji ones or the ones with because you were telling me Kenyeji people usually have a lot.
At that time, my target was this nurses. Yeah, I remember
why though? Nurses. Did you think they had money?
Yeah,
white nurses.
Okay, they had money, and I don't know how to explain, but nurses. University students.
University students have money because of their families.
Nursery school. No, like primary.
That sounds crazy.
Primary school and nursery
I just
school
shared
teachers.
this video of Joe Biden, on our page. Like, he was like, "Oh my God, such a beautiful little girl." It's like, "How old are you? 17?" And then this is like, "She's 6."
Oh my God, he was like trying to push the boundary. It's like it's almost legal, isn't it?
So as the account operates, I keep on searching. Like I could send maybe 100 to 300 friend requests per day.
That's not even that many. It's not even that many if you think about it, because you just find people.
So I can send 100.
Factor in the time you take to
listen. I can send 100 friend requests. Then out of 100, maybe 40 people will accept.
That's a good conversion rate. In our work we have like conversion rates of 8%.
Okay, like there is elimination
really
in this
high,
thing. You'll eliminate
1%.
some people. Like okay, on these 40, there are 10% who they know the game. There are a certain percentage who they're not interested to chat.
Right. Okay.
They just ignore.
So those are the 40 are like prospects, and then the other ones are like leads.
So. In 10 people that I'll chat with that will be cooperating to chat, 4 of them will pay at the end of the game.
They will pay the ultimate price.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now this is the game. Okay. I start. Now we're chatting. You try the love scam part. Like you tried. It happens funnily before even you try bringing up the relationship part of the conversation. The lady is always asking, "If are you married?" Like they're stupid. I'll say they're stupid. Are you married? Like what do you do for a living? Instead, you should be asking. So if you find a one who is asking, that's a sure bet.
I've heard before that this is probably gonna get me in a lot of trouble, but like the thing about women is. A lot of the time when they meet a guy that they like, they build this fantasy in their head about how they expect him to be.
Right.
And sometimes all you have to do is play along to the fantasy. She will guide you through it.
That's how Nigerian scammers do it in Australia.
Yeah, she'll start the relationship. She'll fucking handle everything.
She'll guide you through it as well. Because, Nigerian scammers do this to old ladies in Australia. They'll ask them, like, what do you like in a woman, in a man? How come you're not in a relationship? And then they'll tell you exactly what you need to be.
Okay, right. Continuation. Now, as we chatting, we try to bring the love part, like make everything real. Make her believe, like you try to bring a different characters in your story, like my son.
Sounds so deliciously evil.
You try to bring names like different characters, my son, my sister. Yeah, I remember a time I even created another pseudo account for a woman claiming to be the sister of the guy I'm impersonating.
It's crazy how you have all these characters and it's just one person.
Yeah, like and different numbers.
Puppet master orchestrating.
So after some time of communication, then it will come like, hey, I was thinking I wanted to send you some gift and all that. Yeah. So the lady's like, hey, I'd love some new dresses. I'd love some. Okay, fine.
She's already in the
okay,
box.
I'll add your laptop, I'll add your camera. Like you try to make things fancy, like
you lure her in.
Immediately she accepts. We will ask her details, email address, phone number, location, and all that. A lot of details. After that,
this is the build-up.
We'll use the
for the client.
Email address.
The email address and all the details she provided to make an invoice.
I know where this is going, but it's a very interesting story.
So after making this invoice, now the person now the white man will send the invoice to the lady, and the lady is like, hey, now it's real. This is a real company, like the documentation, like okay. So she's waiting. Maybe after 1 or 2 days, how the parcel has arrived in Kenya. Kenya. That's how Arabs call Kenya, actually. Kenya. Okay, now the parcel has arrived in Kenya. Now, now it's my turn to impersonate the
company. It's incredible.
A shipping company. Now I'm impersonating a shipping company.
It's like a whole pyramid.
I'll wake up in the morning around 8 to 8:10. Now the office is the office operations are starting, like, so okay. Hello, I'm calling you from so and so. No, like, hello, good morning. Am I speaking to so and so? I'm calling you from so and so company.
I've seen it done, Ramsey. When you observe it, like, being done, you'll be surprised at how it sounds like what you would hear on the other side of the phone. It's like, oh my God, I don't know who I'm talking to. I never know who it is, even if it's customer care.
So, like, hey, I'm here by confirming an arrival of you. Package bearing your name and description and all that. I have all that vocabulary. It's installed. So after that, you'll try to break down the content as what she has in the invoice. Now the content of your package is so this and this and this and this and that. After some time, you'll tell her, okay, we will call you when it's ready for when the process is done. So after maybe 5 minutes, call back. Okay, we've hereby confirmed your luggage was paid for shipping charges and delivery charges. But unfortunately, you have to clear for the custom duty charges.
There's the big.
Now that is how it starts.
That's the tipping point.
I can say, like, it's maybe 5K just for a start. Now, when you send me that 5K, you're giving me a go ahead to ask you for more money.
So, you can afford 5K? How much more can you afford?
Now, after that is the first statement that they will tell you. I'm telling you this, maybe it will happen to you. Even men are getting scammed the same way.
Not.
Pay attention. So, class.
So, after again, maybe 10-20 minutes, I'll call you again, like, hey, hi. We've received your payments and it has been confirmed, but unfortunately there is a problem with the custom department. Upon the scanning of your package, we could detect, like,
some foreign currency.
Like some currency. How do we call it? The silver lining of the in a note.
Because the guy is supposed to be sending her notes of cash as well.
Exactly.
Like ones of cash as well.
Exactly. Now
here's a bunch of euros. I love you. I just met you on Facebook, but I love you.
Idiot.
You fucking idiot.
So we like, hey, we can detect there's some money in the package, and it's illegal to send money via parcel service. Yeah, like money exceeding maybe $500.
We can detect.
Yeah. So you
hear the amazing thing because you said money exceeding $500.
Exceeding $500.
So you're already getting excited.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God! How much did he send?
Like so we need to confirm how much before anything. We need to confirm how much is in the package, and the lady is getting overexcited. Going back to the Facebook profile, like, hey, hi, they just called me. Did you put some money in the package? Then like, hey, wait, let me check my envelopes if I dropped the cash. Wait.
You don't just say yes. You just like,
yeah. Then maybe 3 minutes, like, hey, sorry, actually that money was supposed to be for a different purpose. But it happened. But it happened
wasn't
that
for you.
we sent it already. There's nothing I can do, but just make something good out of it, something accountable.
This makes her commit.
Like you're trying to make her believe.
And you make her commit.
Cancer, I don't know.
And you make her commit to actually getting the money back.
Yeah. Then the lady's coming back to the same question, like, hey, so how much was the money that you sent? I'll think maybe 2,000 USDs. Then the lady is coming back to me again.
Oh my god! You remember the one, the father? Oh my god! My god!
After that, the lady is coming back to me again
because he's surprised at how much his son is at home.
Like
my god!
Now she's coming back to the shipping company. Like, hey, the guy said it's 1,000 like it's 2,000 US dollars. Then we're telling him, okay, that is exceeding the limit that is we are allowed to ship by the government laws of shipping and all that. There is a vocabulary for that. I can't tell you all that.
Of course,
it's a trade secret.
Yeah. So after that, she is being transferred. Now, like I'm like, let me
she's being transferred to another office.
Yeah. Now let me put you on a conference call with our manager, so maybe he can be able to assist. Yeah, like this is. No friend, man. I'll change voices like a snake. Which friend? I'll change.
You told me you have a friend who does a woman's voice.
Yeah.
You told me you have a friend who does a woman's voice.
He's a neighbor to this guy.
He must be some gay ass mother.
So okay.
Now I've met him. He's a very interesting guy.
So I'm coming. Like okay, I'm putting her on hold for a while. Then I'm. I was using my current voice, then I'm coming back to another voice. It's so funny. Okay, I'll come back. Like even I hold him say, hello. Yeah, I'm the manager of the company. Like you try
because you can't tell, you can't see the face.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The moment he feels a change of voice, she believes. Because even if it's fake, even if it's like
it's not the best.
But if your voice, you'll feel like this is a fake voice. Someone is trying to fake a voice.
What is this nonsense?
But at that time,
what are you doing? What do you take me for?
Okay, I remember time I was dating a girl and I was doing it. I woke up in the morning and I'm so broke, so I have to make calls. And the lady won't give me time. She won't even go.
So she see you changing voices in the living room, like, hey, I'm calling you because of this. And then it's like,
so I had to tell her.
The manager of the company.
I had to tell the lady, hey, please
go outside.
No, whatever you hear, just ignore.
You're killing my vibe.
So I'm like,
I'm at work.
I have to change my voice. You need money. You need money.
Jobs.
If you don't do this, you won't eat.
Right. Yeah.
So the lady was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like the moment I started changing my voice, she laughed loudly until like.
Like,
I hung up the call like,
fuck, let me work.
You have to go.
Talk after.
You have to go home. Now the funny part, I even recruited the lady after some days. Like she got
serious with life.
Yeah,
here's a stupid thought. Maybe like you're angry at her, and then you try and yell at her, but you yell at her in the voice of.
Now she makes calls as a secretary. She makes calls as a secretary. Yeah, the moment I'm transferring the.
Sounds like
I'm making a conference call. Now the time I'm making a conference call, I'm adding the lady first. Like you're booking to talk with my boss.
That's clever.
Okay. Then after some time, she's coming back. Okay, I'll connect you to the manager now. Then the voice changes. Now I'm cutting off the lady.
Whole fucking theater in the house.
Bro, it's
setting
a
up
big
an entire company.
Yeah,
and it's one person doing it. That's the crazy part.
Wow.
Yeah. So where did we reach? The money part.
Yeah.
This is
I'll connect you to my boss.
It exceeded the limit.
Then the boss will try to negotiate with the custom department, like the officials of the KRA. So they will, what will they do? They will charge 16% of the amount that has been sent in the package. So now that's a tax of that money. 16% of $2,000.
Like $320.
$320. Yeah. So she's told you have to clear this amount before
you get the 2,000.
Before we can deliver the package. We cannot get the money, we cannot open your package.
The crazy part, it started with 5,000.
And okay, if you say like, can I come pay then clear? Okay, you can come, but we don't have your package physically in our offices.
Yeah.
It's still withheld at the custom departments.
Yeah, at the airport.
The relevant clearance departments.
Yeah. But
so she's like, okay, it's making
Major
sense.
JJ, I think we should. I'm sure Ramsey is wondering. So the crazy part about this is the amount of time it takes to set this up. You have to actually study what they normally do, right?
Okay.
You have to study the
okay, when I started this, I could take maybe 3 weeks, 1 month. But when I grew, like I knew, I'll tell you one, like a funny thing. I sent a friend request like now, 10 p.m. Then the following day, I think this lady was, too much foolish. Like today, like it happened in a one day thing. Then turning tomorrow morning, I started making calls.
That's such a sad reputation.
Yeah, and
you're too foolish.
And sorry to say, I can't say I scammed her. I never scammed her, but at least
no one has been scammed.
Like I taught her a lesson. Yeah.
These are all fictitious stories.
It wasn't a friendly one.
I educate lazy people and greedy people. So
it wasn't personal.
So by the time like we started all this conversation at 10 p.m. Then tomorrow around 3 p.m. I had already scammed this lady. I think 340K. Because let me tell you, funny thing about this game, it's statement. Like you need to have a valid statement. Like, hey, tax for the money. After that, we will. Okay, it's funny, bro. If you find someone who's sending money, send the first bill, the second bill, bro. The third bill.
You can make it go forever.
You can go forever. I have
until they figure it out.
Because the more they commit, the more locked in they are. They're like, I've spent so much money. What the fuck?
So there was
like
this
some
lady.
Cost fallacy.
There was this lady that she made the first payment. The second one she made.
Yeah.
Then the third one I was telling her like, no, we're trying to value the number of cereals in the package, and it still doesn't add up. Please confirm to us how much money is in the package. It's not the money you quoted. Then he's going back to the white man, and the white man is like, yeah, man, I had a lot of envelopes with the different notes. Let me check, like, there was one going to a charity, a charity organization. There was one going to, okay? So this guy is like, oh my God, I sent the wrong one.
My God. Like, what do I do? What was scam?
Then the money has been doubled. Wow. So she has to double the tax.
Oh my God.
So she's bringing the same amount she paid for the tax.
Twice,
again.
The second time.
After that, now, we would lie, like maybe she's in Mombasa. If she's in Mombasa, the package is in Nairobi. If she's in Nairobi, the package is in Mombasa.
This seems like a perfect place to leave it on a cliffhanger so we can come back for part 2 because we have like 5 minutes left. Part 3.
Yeah, this one will
be part 3.
Next time.
Keep it locked for the next episode. This has been Jean. That's Ramsey. This is Major JJ. This
I
is
don't even
ThinkShack.
get a chance to say my fucking name.
You can tell us about what's happening on Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay, yeah. So on Valentine's Day, we want to have like a kind of like combined thing. So we're gonna have like dating games for the people that are there, and then everybody gets to watch us like film a live recording of the episode, right?
Depending on the capacity, of course, but we will confirm.
Yeah. Now, what we're gonna do, which I presume we've already done by the time this fucking episode comes out,
we're gonna do auditions to pick out the lucky candidates.
Auditions are a competition.
We can send a competition, but they can send voice notes saying why we should have them on the show, why they want to be. They don't want to be single anymore.
Right. Oh yeah, that's a clever idea. So yeah, we're just gonna do this to try and pick the lucky people. I don't know how many we're gonna pick exactly yet until we know the capacity of the place where we're filming. But it's gonna be a decent number of people. We need an equal number of women, equal number of men. We're gonna have the fucking spanner in the works that you're talking about. It's gonna be so much fun, and you get to interact with ThinkShack, see our faces, see us recording live without our faces.
We're very handsome. I will warn you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
careful
not
to get scammed. We might just scam you.
Major JJ over there. Watch out. Lest you get taught a lesson. Anyway, so yeah, this has been Ramsey. Since I would love to say my name.
Well, say my name then. You can get your revenge.
That has been Jean.
Oh my god, my power has been taken away.
Major JJ, aka the Love Doctor.
Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. Use whatever you like. Use a Mwiko.
You know, I wouldn't fall for that scam. Ask me why.
Why?
Because if a fucking customs official, which is KRA, right, calls me and they're like, hey, we have your package and we detect there's money, I'd be like, bitch, you're fucking lying. You know why? Because if there was money in that package, you'd have stolen it by now. You wouldn't have told me. You'd have delivered the package to me with whatever else was in it, minus the